Hello and welcome to Midday. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month and we're dedicating today's show to the issue. We'll be asking to what extent breast cancer can be described as a lifestyle disease. Can changing your habits help prevent the development of breast cancer? We'll also talk about the importance of early detection and ask if enough awareness is being raised about younger women developing the disease. That's all coming up on Midday right now. Now, we have a very, very special lined up for you today. First of all, we have Chief Executive of the Marie Keating Foundation, Lillian McGovern, is with us this Monday. Also on the show today, it's Nicola Turley, who was diagnosed with breast cancer at just 33. Author Emma Hannigan, she's no stranger to TV3 viewers. She's currently undergoing her 6th round of chemotherapy. She's also here, and we're very happy to have her here. And founder and chief fundraiser of the Marie Keating Foundation, Linda Keating, completes your lineup. Thanks to all of you for joining us, and of course thanks to you at home as well for tuning in. Now, we'd love to hear from you today. If you or anyone you know has had breast cancer, tell us your story. How did you cope with the diagnosis and the treatment? How aware are you that lifestyle factors that can reduce your risk of developing the disease? Do you check your breasts for lumps? Do you think women below 50 should be screened by breast check? Or if you have any questions or comments for any of our panel, you can get them into us. They're already coming in on Facebook. You can call us 1530 99 99 33. You can text us throughout the show, put the letters MD first, followed by your comments to 53131, or you can email us. That's midday@tv3.ie. Now, before we go over to the news, we've already unprecedented level of messages coming in on Facebook on relation to breast cancer, because I think it's something that affects every family equally, and we all here today, we've all been affected by cancer in one way or another. I know my dad passed away from cancer. Your mum, Linda, passed away very famously from cancer, and you're going through it yourself now, Emma. I mean, how important do you think it is to have a month like this to raise awareness, not only for people who are over 50 but even under 50? I think it's vital, and particularly for younger women, and I'm absolutely adamant that people know I'm not here to frighten the living daylights out of people. The fact that I have it the 6th time is rare. And I have a rare gene which predisposes me, so I'm not here so that young women go, oh, holy God, if that's happening to her, it's going to happen to me. It's very rare. And I am still here, and I've no intention of going anywhere. Yeah. So delighted to hear it. You'll be here for the duration of the show. We'll hear everybody's story in a little while, but first we'll take the news. Here's Geraldine. If you're just joining us, we're talking to the Chief Executive of the Marie Keating Foundation, Lillian McGovern. Breast cancer survivor and marketing consultant Nicola Turley is here as well. Cancer patient and author Emma Hannigan joins us, and founder and chief fundraiser at the Marie Keating Foundation, Linda Keating, is here as well. Now, you probably will have noticed at this stage the sale of little pink ribbons, etc., all around the country, which of course signals that it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We've decided to dedicate today's show to the issue of breast cancer. Now, every year in Ireland, almost 2,500 women are diagnosed with the disease, and today we have a couple of them with us here, and we're very, very happy to have them. Very bravely are sharing their story with us. First of all, I'll come to you, Nicola. I know you're a bit nervous here, but you were diagnosed at a very, very young age. Yeah, I was 33. Just had our first baby. She was 11 months old when I got the diagnosis. So I suppose I didn't tick any of the boxes. So for me, when I found a lump, I didn't really think it was going to be breast cancer, but nonetheless, I went straight to the doctor that morning. There was no family history. I was young, I was fit, healthy, all of that type of thing. So I found a lump putting on body lotion one morning in the shower, and kind of didn't really know what to do. Came out, and obviously I was a little bit green, I think, from the shock of it, and my husband said, wow, what happened to you? Anyway, immediately went to the doctor, went to the GP, and from there progressed through the whole treatment, well, the whole analysis and tests and all of that. Yeah. Yeah, so you were lucky because you acted straight away on it. Yeah. Linda, you were telling us just there before the break there that your mum had a very treatable kind of breast cancer, if only she had gone in time.
Yes, she did go to her own doctor, who, my mother had a fear of hospitals and doctors, so out of her 5 children, she had 4 of us at home. Excuse my voice, sorry. It's okay. Sorry. And the doctor had said to her, oh, Marie, it's mastitis. take this antibiotic. If it doesn't go away, come back to me. Of course, Mum didn't go back. And we found out a year after she died that her form of breast cancer was the most curable. It was what's called Paget's disease. And if they had it works from the outside in, if they had taken her breast, that basically would have been the end of it.
Yeah. I know what losing a parent can do to cancer can do to a family. I lost my own dad almost 10 years ago now. And it happened, your family, very much in the public eye. Did it make it more difficult or easier for you to cope with it as a family?
I think any family, when it does happen, you just kind of close ranks and nothing outside really matters. I mean, Ronan, it was hard on him because he was travelling so much and he wanted to be at home with Mam, you know. But no, we never actually believed she was going to die. I used to say, Mam, it's like having the flu. Take the medication and get over it and it'll be done. But unfortunately that didn't happen. But.
And how did your mum herself feel about her diagnosis? Was she positive all along, or was she in denial? Because I know that happens quite a lot. Like, it's not happening to me, la 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 la. I just pretend it's not there to some extent.
No, my mother said, that's it, I have cancer, that's it, I'm gone, I'm done.
Really?
And I was like, Mother, will you stop? Yeah, she did. I told you all my life I was going to get cancer, this is what she used to say. And I knew I was going to get it. Mum she had a shocking fear of hospitals and doctors, which was a bit of a hypochondriac as well, you know.
Yeah.
Self-diagnosis, she did that a lot. Yeah. But we do know if she had gone in time, and that's why we set up the foundation, promoting early detection, promoting being aware, because if she was, she would be alive today.
Emma, you have the most, I have to say, of anyone I've met who's suffered with breast cancer, you have the most amazing attitude that I've ever encountered. I've been interviewed before in Ireland AM, and you just exude this positivity, which I know must be very, very difficult to do sometimes. How do you do it? You're on chemo for the 6th time.
Yeah, no, well, I am a positive person, but I'm also incredibly stubborn, and I would be maybe unlike your mum who was, you know, and actually it's a very, very common thing as well, this idea, you know, that there is a preconception and there is still a taboo in Ireland, I don't care what anybody says, that you don't talk about cancer, and if you do have it, start digging the hole. Up to Woody's with the whole family, get a spade each, and all start digging the hole because you're dead. That's it. And when I got it, I just thought, well, you know, lots of people do get through it or whatever, so why shouldn't I? And I lost a family member too, so I know what that is like, but I also know what it's like for the children who are left behind, because we took on my aunt's 2 daughters after she died. So I got 2 sisters, which was very positive, but I looked at my children. I was also 33 when I was diagnosed the first time, and I looked at my children who were 4 and 5, and I just thought, no, I'm not doing this. It's not going to beat me. And the more I looked into it, the doctors were positive. So once you've got doctors who are positive and who speak to you, that helps, you know, and it really does make a big difference if you have a medical team who back you up. But it was immediate, you know, I'm going to do something about this, and I'm going to keep doing something about it. And I've had it 6 times, which is becoming a bit of a pain in the neck at this stage. But
yeah, but you had very drastic surgery as well, because you have the gene.
I have a cancer gene called BRCA1, so I had a double mastectomy and had my ovaries removed before I was ever sick. I did that as a prevention measure because I knew I had the gene, and thought I was very smug altogether, and I thought, you know, I've pipped that at the post, and it's not going to happen.
You must have been pretty peed off, to be quite honest, after doing all of that. Not to make light of it, but God Almighty, you did so much to prevent developing it.
I did do a lot, and if I hadn't have done that, I wouldn't be here, because you know, it definitely would have been more aggressive. So I've absolutely no regrets. I would have had to have done it anyway. So I did it in a more calm manner. I suppose I did it while the children had school holidays and things like that, because I wasn't sick, so I could choose more of how I went about it. But it definitely, you know, I think being positive and saying, right, there are good things going on out there, and the more I learn about it, like as I was telling you all earlier, you know, the chemotherapy I'm on currently is tablet form, and the radiation that I had 2 weeks ago was a single dose of radiation. It's a new machine, and instead of going in and out every day and paying, you know, the price of a really nice pair of shoes in the car park over 6 weeks, which really annoys me. That's a whole other day's argument, the price of the car parks in these places when you're going for treatment. Could get, like, I've never bought them, but I could have bought a pair of Jimmy Choo shoes or something for the price of it. shocking. But anyway.
So now you're only getting a pair of pennies shoes for the price of something.
Exactly, because it was just one treatment.
Yeah.
But it was a single dose of radiation, and it melted. The tumour that I had in August was here, and it literally melted it. In 2 weeks, it was gone. And so like that has come online since even last year. My chemotherapy I'm on at the moment are tablets, so I'm not being stabbed all the time. So it's, you know, things are gravitating, but it's happening really quickly.
But since you first were diagnosed and started your treatment, there's been leaps and bounds really. If you're going from tablet form and one blast of radiation to like several courses and IV drips with your drugs and overnight stays in hospital. Yeah. That's in the space of how many years now?
In 4 years, 5 years, but and I know they can't obviously do the tablet form and they can't do this particular type of radiation for all cancers, but the fact they can do it for any cancer is astonishing, and hopefully it will get more broad spectrum that they can do the tablet form, you know, chemotherapy, because it is much less invasive.
Yeah, and your treatment, how did it turn out? Did you have to have any radium or chemo in the end? Did you catch it in time?
I was very lucky because it was so early, and I had a full mastectomy and reconstruction, and then the end result was that they put me on medication. I'm on tamoxifen tablet. I'll be 2 years on that now in November. But I was very, very lucky I didn't have to go down the route of chemotherapy, and I just feel, you know, so grateful for that.
Yeah. Was the mastectomy very upsetting for you? Because I've spoken to a lot of people and they feel that their femininity or a part of it is gone, and that's so closely identified.
I didn't, to be honest, I wasn't very precious about my breasts initially anyway. And the option that I chose was a mastectomy and reconstruction, a relatively new one called a DIEP flap reconstruction. So basically they take your tummy tissue, they use that to reconstruct the breast.
All in the one operation?
All in the one operation. Now it's pretty long. It's worse for the family waiting for the phone to ring to say she's out. You know, I was, of course, under anaesthetic, so not a bother. It was about 10.5 hours of surgery, but I went to sleep with 2 breasts and I woke up with 2 breasts, and I suppose I never had to then deal with the whole that sort of emotional side and sort of bit that most people would.
Linda, I suppose you've spoken to an awful lot of